Okay, so I stole my brother. Let's not say steal. I'm borrowing my little brother's camera, which is like Canon Rebel, and he also has a Rode microphone. So I'm pretending I know what I'm doing, and this is probably out of focus. But I thought it would be fun to mess around with it. I have been working a lot, and I'm going to be starting school next week, so I've been pretty busy. But I sort of wanted to catch you up on a little bit of what has been happening. So I placed, just like a week ago, placed an order for some greeting cards and some more postcards of my artwork. It's the same stuff that you have kind of been seeing, which is this Posca pen drawings. And I'm not like super pumped about how they turned out, but I think they're okay, and I think it's a good start. It's just so much more complicated to like order your artwork online. You just don't really know what you're gonna get, and if you don't know anything about printing whatsoever, it's pretty complicated. I wouldn't say complicated, but it's a little bit of a risk. But like I said, I think it's a good place to start. My only disappointment with the postcards is I didn't get anything on the back. I didn't even put my logo on the back, so we'll see. But it's been fun messing around. I also got these stickers, which are really cute. So I got, it's not gonna focus. I got a sticker that's my logo and a sticker of some artwork that I'm getting prints made of, and that'll like coincide with that. Like I said, just had a lot of fun messing around with this, seeing where it takes me. My goal is to open my shop by the end of this month. I don't know if that'll actually happen, but I'm making those strides, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so Taylor and I just finished working on how to price items and how I should be pricing my items for Etsy. It was a little too much, but I think we have the right area, and where pricing will be like totally ridiculous, but I can still also make some money. And get paid for some of the work that goes into creating what I'm creating for my Etsy shop. I still have a lot to do though. I need to do all of my product photography. I need to write all of my product descriptions and things like that, as well as work on getting my thank you cards printed. And well, hi there. Yeah, working on getting thank you cards printed, but part of me just sort of wants to mess around and play with my logo again and see if I can get a logo that works better with sort of the color theme that I want to go with, because right now my logo is just black and white. Or I could just leave it alone and not touch it and come back to it some other day. On top of that, I am going to I'm going to completely finish editing my one vlog that will be coming up, so that will be the previous vlog to this one. I just have most of my vlogs right now are a little bit less centered on the whole knitting and crafting area, just because I don't have quite the amount of time or energy to invest into those things right now. Hopefully I can manage to not be so distracted and I can sit down and work on my sleeve a little bit more tonight, but it's just a few rows at a time, and that's okay. There's always a period during the cycle of a year where I just sort of lose a lot of the momentum I have with my knitting, and that's completely fine. So I usually sit on it for a little bit and take my time with whatever project I'm working on, and it'll come back in full throttle, and I will be knitting like crazy and making lots of things, as always. gonna try to get comfortable on this rock, and we'll see. So this battery on the camera is probably going to die before I get through everything that I wanted to chit-chat about. So again, I'm trying out this new camera thing. It doesn't have a viewfinder, so I'm messing around with it. We'll see how it goes. I'm out here in my parents' beautiful backyard, which is rather spacious, and it's a Saturday evening, so I finally have time to kind of sit down in front of a camera and talk. I wanted to share a little bit about what I'm doing with my online business. So a couple months ago I feel like I started really finding my direction with my artwork and where I wanted to go with it. And I felt confident enough to start getting prints made of my artwork and thinking about eventually selling it online. I wanted to start with an Etsy shop. And I'm mostly inspired by a lot of art vloggers and people like that, and artists on Instagram who I just really enjoy watching what they do, and I myself really enjoy creating and filming and documenting the creative process and sharing that with other people. So I thought it might be a fun little direction to go down and to experiment with. But as they always say, it's easier said than done. And I think I had my first good learning experience with opening an online shop. So a couple weeks ago, I placed an order for technically my second run of prints, and I went a little bit more expansive. I got some greeting cards and I got some actual like sellable art prints as well. And sadly, they were not up to the quality that I really wanted to share. Some of them I'm still going to try to work with. That would be the greeting cards. And it was just a little bit of a stumbling block for me. And I think I was like a little, it kind of sucked, but I think it was a really important lesson to learn, because as far as digitizing my artwork and working with digital files and sending those off to a printer, I don't know what I'm doing. And I really went in without any knowledge, without doing any research, and I also ordered the prints late at night when I was exhausted after a long day of work. So I didn't take the time to really finesse and finalize those prints and make sure that's exactly what I wanted to purchase, and that they were, going to be the quality that I wanted them to be. So I think it's very important that as I move forward, I make sure that that is something that I keep in mind, because if I want to open a business, I don't want to be doing it halfway. So I want to be putting my all into it and really creating something that I feel really happy and excited to send to somebody and for them to purchase it from me. So I think it was good, and I learned, I learned how to properly edit my artwork now, and it's something that I need to continue working on. But it's been pretty great, because I think my husband has said it best. Every time I question or doubt myself moving forward with this, is he says that you should aim to fail, because only through failing that you're going to learn the really important lessons that you need to learn. So spending money on products that you can't sell is a great lesson to learn, and learning how to create a product that I'm happy and I'm satisfied with is, I think, one of the most important things that I can learn moving forward. So it is. So, I'm exhausted and I have a lot going on. I started school yesterday, so I'm trying to sort of catch up on that. It's a little bit overwhelming, to be honest. But I just spent about the last hour getting all of my photos taken and things for social media, as well as just filming some clips and things for this vlog. I need to take a nap. It sounds wonderful. I just finished darning these socks. These are my favorite pair. This is my favorite pair of socks that I've knit. And I basically wear them to death. So I darned the first hole, but the heels are well on their way out, but I just don't really have the time to work on them right now. So once there's actual holes, I will get back to them and I will finish them off. I will finish darning them. I was working on my shifty, taking pictures of my socks that I'm working on, taking pictures of artwork and products. So it's all really good. And now I'm just finally sitting down to look at my actual checklist, even though it's like, yeah, it's already 5 o'clock. So I'm looking at my actual to-do list, and I've almost done everything without actually like checking it all day. The two biggest things is that I think are the most important for me to check off today, and I love it when I write these down. And one is to do some yoga, stretch, or take a walk. So some light physical activity. ideally without my phone around me or anything else. And then the second is just relax and chill. And I'm trying to focus on doing that earlier and earlier in the evenings, because right now I feel like I go 100 until like 8:30, and then I'm like, capped out. I can't go anymore. But then I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So I think before I get into my next project, I'm going to put away all my camera gear and make sure everything is organized, and then I'm going to lay down, cuddle with my cat for at least 10 to 15 minutes and just chill. And I think I'll feel so much better and so much more refreshed.